Jody Jordan, and today we're going to flow through a beginner's yoga sequence targeted for runners. As runners, we use our hamstrings, our glutes, our hip flexor, our quads a lot. So this practice is going to be focused around strengthening and stretching those areas in our body. In this sequence, we'll also focus and target our root chakra, which is located at the tailbone, the base of the spine. That's where we have our trust, security, physical survival. And then also our sacral chakra, which is 2 inches below the navel. This is where we have our life, energy, creativity, especially when we're opening up our hips. So let's begin today. Today we can use a blanket as a prop and also a block. I'm going to grab a block. So let's begin in an easy seated position. Legs crossed. We're sitting up on our blanket to give more stretch opening to our hip flexors today. You can place your hands on your knees, either down or palms up to receive energy. If it feels safe to you, you may soften your eyes. We're going to start with some slow, easy breathing. Inhale to the count of 3. And exhale back down to 3. As you inhale, feel your belly, your ribs, your chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Again, inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. As we continue to breathe slowly, take this moment to set an intention for your practice today. It could be non-judgment, acceptance. Give yourself gratitude for showing up on your mat today. Maybe your intention is to strengthen your body, let go of stress. As we begin moving through difficult poses, come back to your intention. Remember not to judge yourself. Be grateful for what your body can do. One more big inhale. And an audible exhale. Now, from this pose, let's bring our legs out in front of us for staff pose. And we're going to start with a seated straddle. Again, feel free to use a blanket to help open up those hips, or you don't need a blanket. We're inviting cats to our practice this morning as well. So, gently open your legs wide as comfortably for you. Spine is long, crown of the head toward the ceiling, and you'll feel this stretch in your glutes. Sit here and breathe. And on the exhale, maybe widen a little bit more. Now, on the next inhale, lift your left arm up close to your ear. Right hand comes beside you. And let's stretch to the right side of our body. Inhale, and on the exhale, stretch. Shine your heart, open it toward the ceiling, and breathe. With each exhale, see if you can bend a little further down. Inhale, left hand comes to mat. On the next inhale, straighten your spine again. Inhale the right arm up this time. Exhale, stretch that right side of the body. Crown of the head toward the ceiling. If it's comfortable on your neck, feel free to gaze at your fingertips. Exhale, open that heart a little more, bend more into your stretch. Inhale, right hand comes back to the mat. And continuing in this seated straddle, we're going to inhale both arms up. Exhale the hands to the earth. Now, no judgment here. This may be as far as you get in your practice today. Every day is going to be different. It also may help you to bend your knees slightly to stretch even further. Inhale. Exhale, stretch. Let your head and neck be long. Take 3 good breaths here. For a deeper stretch, take your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes, and pull gently. Again, whatever feels safe for your body today. Inhale, release your toes if you have them, and work your legs back to staff pose. Now, at this point, we can remove our blanket, and we're going to come into seated Vada Konasana, or butterfly. Bend your knees, bring the sole of your feet together. Root your sit bones down into your mat. Place your hands on your knees, or maybe in your feet to give them a nice massage. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, release the shoulders away from your ears. On the next inhale, move your right arm behind your buttocks for a little kickstand to give yourself leverage. Left arm can come up, and let's take a twist here. Left hand can come onto the right knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Draw your navel into your spine as you exhale. Inhale, twist, and exhale, twist a little further. On the next inhale, bring your hands back to center. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, left arm goes behind you for a kickstand. Inhale that right arm up. Right arm can come to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little deeper. And if it's comfortable on your neck, gaze over that left shoulder. Inhale, return to center. Now we're going to do the half Lord of the Fish. Let's close our butterfly. Return to staff pose, legs go out straight. Sit down and root your sit bones back into the mat. Feet are flexed. On the inhale, take your right foot, bring it outside of your left knee. Your left elbow comes outside of the right knee. Again, kickstand that right hand to give yourself a more straight spine. Inhale, and on the exhale, twist and look over that right shoulder if it's comfortable in your neck. Remember to keep your spine long, navel into your spine as we engage our abdomen. When you're ready, release. Keep your legs as they are. We're going to do a cradle pose. Have a slight bend in your right elbow. Let your right knee come into your elbow. And we're going to cradle our right leg as if it were a baby. The heel can come into the left elbow crease. Again, spine tall, and then give yourself a little gentle rock here. If this pose is not comfortable for you, set your foot down to come into a seated figure 4 pose. Whatever's working best for your body today. You'll feel a good stretch in your hip flexor as well as the IT band. Keep the right foot flexed, and that'll be less tension on your knee joint. And we rock like a little baby. Continue to breathe in and out. On the next exhale, let's return to staff pose. Shake that out a little bit. And we're going to do the half lord of fish on our left side. On the inhale, bring your left heel to outside the right knee. Straighten your spine. Right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee this time. And on the exhale, kickstand that arm behind you and take a twist. And again, gaze over your left shoulder if that's comfortable for your neck. Right foot is flexed. Right leg is engaged and strong. Inhale, come back to center, and we'll do the cradle pose on the left leg as well. Left knee goes into the crook of your elbow there. Gently grab the leg. And each side is different. This one may not be as flexible as your right side. That's okay, no judgment there. Or it may be more flexible. And always remember you can come into figure 4 if this is too intense on you. And let's just rock our baby one more time. Exhale back to staff pose, and let's shake that out. Now let's find our way into tabletop. In tabletop, we want our wrists over our shoulders, our knees in line with our hips. Back is neutral, as if we're a table, a coffee table, and we can place a coffee or a book on our back. We're going to start in some cat-cow poses. So on the inhale, lift your head, drop your belly, look up for cow. Exhale, drop your head, look toward your navel, round your spine, cat. Inhale again, lift your head, shine your heart through your arms. Exhale, drop your head, round the spine, look toward your navel for cat. Take a few more of this movement on your own breath. And maybe add some hip movements into this. Gently go backwards toward the heels. Inhale forward. Exhale toward the back. Inhale forward. And always do the opposite direction as well if you've added these into your cat-cows today. One more cow. Inhale, lift that head up. Exhale to cat. Drop your head. Gaze toward your navel. From here, we're going to take the first down dog of the day. Pressing your index finger and your thumb into the mat. Tuck your toes under. Begin to lift your tailbone toward the sky as you press deeply into the mat. Arms are straight, legs are straight. If this is your first down dog of the day, maybe walk your dog, pedal out those feet. Let's come to neutral. Rotate your biceps in. Biceps are toward the ears. Take a gaze at your navel. Your heels may not be touching the mat. That's okay. That comes in time as you practice your down dog. Take 5 cleansing breaths here. On the next inhale, step or walk your feet in between your hands. Full forward fold. We're going to start our sun A's. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, Katasana, mountain pose. Hands overhead. Exhale, prayer pose to the chest. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive down, leading with your chest. Full forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Come to plank position. And we're going to lower all the way to the ground. On the exhale, lower. Untuck your toes. Baby cobra. Shine your heart through. Exhale. Back to table. And back to down dog. Take 3 cleansing breaths here. On the next inhale, step your feet to meet your hands. Full forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Hands are over the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, swan dive down, full forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, frame your feet, step back. And this time take a chaturanga vinyasa. Inhale, down, untuck your toes, pull your chest through, shine your heart, baby cobra or back bend. Exhale, tuck your toes, back to down dog. Remember to gaze at your navel. Head is long. Biceps are near your ears. Stop it. Inhale. Feet meet your hands. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, Katasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Chaturanga, or meet me in down dog. Three more cleansing breaths here. Exhale, down to child's pose. Take a moment to recenter yourselves. Inhale yourself to table. Take a chaturanga here, or maybe then in down dog. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now, lift your right leg up straight. Stack your hips. Give me some good hip circles here as we warm up our hips today before we start our next series of poses. Reverse. Remember to keep your hips pointed down towards your mat here. Inhale, right leg is straight. Exhale, right leg comes between your hands, and we're going to, left knee comes down to the mat for low lunge. Untuck that toe. Inhale, hands can stay here on your knee. Let's take a few breaths here. On the exhale, we're going to straighten our right leg, and this is where you might want to use a block. This is a half split. We're going to plant our hand on our block or on our mat. Spine is long, crown of head is toward the wall. Inhale and exhale, sink deeper into this split. You'll feel a good stretch in the back of your hamstring. Right toes are flexed. Release your shoulders from your ears. Inhale, back to low lunge. Take a vinyasa or maybe a down dog. Couple of cleansing breaths here. Inhale, left leg goes up straight. Stack your hips. Give me some good hip circles here to warm up the left side of your body. Remember to reverse the direction. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left leg comes between your hands. Drop that right knee, untuck that toe. Your knee should be a 90-degree angle. Knees over the ankle. Press yourself up. Spine is long. Remember to breathe. Shoulders drop away from the ears. On your next exhale, left leg goes straight for a half split. Again, use your block here if needed to support yourself, or tent your hands. Left foot is flexed. Feeling that good stretch in our hamstrings. Inhale, straighten your spine. Exhale, sit a little deeper into the split. On the inhale, find your way back, frame the left foot. Find your way back to plank, vinyasa, or meet me in down dog. Take a couple of cleansing breaths here. Inhale that right leg up. Right leg is framed by your hands. Keeping that left leg straight, engaged this time. We're going to do the high lunge. Slowly on the inhale, press yourself up. Hands can stay here. Your back leg is engaged. Chest, heart open. And I'm going to flip around so you can see the next move more clearly. Now, let's cartwheel our hands, find ourselves in Warrior Two. Warrior Two, your right leg, knee is bent. Knee is aligned over the ankle. Your heel intersects your left foot. You're up a little bit on the edge of that left foot. Strengthen that leg. Bend a little deeper in that knee, not going over your ankle. Hands are stretched across, reaching wall to wall in the room. Gaze is toward your fingertips. Let's hold and breathe. From Warrior Two, we're going to go into Triangle Pose. We're going to straighten that right leg. Fingertips point as if you're reaching for something across the room. Right hand can be on your shin, on the mat, or you may use a block here as well. Left hand is straight, and your neck is straight as well. Relax your shoulders. You may gaze at your left hand if that's comfortable for your neck. On the next inhale, come back to Warrior Two. From here, we're going to go to five-pointed star. Spin your feet toward the front of the room here. Arms are straight out, kind of like an X-ray machine at the airport. Toes are pointed forward. Lift your knees. Engage your navel, Now, rotate your toes toward the corners of your mat. We're going to go into Goddess Pose. Goal post your hands. Sink into this pose. Again, engage the stomach, the abdomen area, navel to spine. Tuck your tailbone. And breathe. On the next inhale, rise up. Put your hands on their hip, and we're going to hinge at our hips and fold, forward fold. We're going to plant the hands on the mat. Relax your head, relax your neck. And if it's comfortable for you, maybe take grab opposite elbows. Hang out here. If this is too intense on the backs of your legs, bend your knees a little bit. Shake your head yes or no. Make sure that you're nice and relaxed. Inhale. Exhale, back to warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down, frame that right foot, pivot that left leg. We're going to take a runner's lunge here. You can tense your hands here to support you. You can also drop your knee if need be. Give ourselves a good runner stretch. Shine that back of that knee to the ceiling. Frame your foot with your hands, plant firmly onto your mat. Shoot that right leg back to meet the left. And let's take a vinyasa or meet me in down dog. Take 3 cleansing breaths here. Remember to keep your hands firmly rooted into the mat, pressing. Your biceps are rolling towards your ears, engaged. And now we're going to do the left side. On the next inhale, inhale your left leg to be framed by your hands. Coming into high lunge again. Strengthen that back right leg. On the inhale, rise up slowly. Feel that good stretch back in your hamstrings, your glutes. Your knee is still aligned over your ankle, so not to injure it. Hands can rest here at your side, or maybe this time you bring your arms up overhead and gaze toward your fingertips. Spine is long and tall. Maybe give yourself a little back bend. Again, I'm going to switch so you can see me. Next inhale. And on the exhale, warrior two. Hands are stretched from wall to wall. Knees at 90-degree angle. Heel is in line with the arch of the right foot. Crown toward the head to the ceiling. And now on the next exhale, triangle pose. Straighten that left leg. Reach to the room. Cartwheel down. Again, your hand can be on your foot, your shin, the mat, or a block. Right hand is straight. Heart is opening toward the front of the room. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, let's find ourselves in the 5-pointed star. Feet come back to the front of the room. Hands straight out in front of us. Spine is long, tailbone is tucked. Breathe here. Exhale, feet, toes point to the corners of our mat. Goalpost the arms, come down into goddess squat. Tailbone is tucked under, hips are square toward the room, front of the room. Maybe this time you rise to your tippy toes. Inhale, come back to standing. On the exhale, intense leg stretch. Hinge at your hips all the way down. Again, release all tension, stress in your head, your neck, your face. Shake your head yes or no. Maybe this time you take your peace fingers and bind them in your big toe. We bring our elbows out to make elephant ears, and we hang out in this pose. Weight of your body is in the front of your feet, along the sides of your feet. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, we're going to cartwheel our hands down to frame that left foot. Pivot our right leg back, straight. Hang out here for a good runner's lunge. Right back leg is engaged, shining that back of the kneecap up to the ceiling. Left knee is 90 degrees over that ankle. You can tense your hands here, or use a block. Firmly press your hands down to the mat. Shoot that left leg to meet the right. Do a chaturanga vinyasa, or meet me in down dog. Let's take a moment in child's pose before we begin our balancing series. Knees come lower to mat, as wide as comfortable for you. Sink back to your heels. Let your belly fall in between your knees. Hands are stretched wide. Forearms come to the mat. Your forehead can rest on the mat. And take 5 good cleansing breaths here. When you're ready, come to tabletop, back into down dog. Step your feet to meet your hands at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Katasana, mountain pose. Now, we're going to do our balancing series here. I find it best for me if I come off my mat for balancing. That's my preference. You're welcome to stay on your mat. We're going to start with the tree pose. So let's take a moment here to recenter ourselves. Breathe in. Exhale out. On the next inhale, bend your right leg. Bring it in front of you. We're going to pivot it out. Now, you can keep your foot on your shin, on your ankle, or above, or place it above your knee. Whatever we do, we don't want to place it on our knee. Bring your hands to heart center. Find a drishti or a gaze point that's non-moving so that you can focus on it to help you balance. Press that left thigh into that right foot. Spine is tall and long. And if you're ready, grow your branches of your tree. You may sway in the wind like a tree does. That's okay, no judgment. Remember to breathe. Soften your shoulders. And exhale, hands to heart center. Knee back in front of you, and place that down to the left foot. Shake that out. We'll do it on the right side. When you're ready, hands to heart center. Inhale that left knee up. Pivot it or rotate it outside. Place it again either on your ankle, your shin, or give it a little help to come to the every side's different, your balance. So, no judgment. Do what's best for your body at this moment. When you're ready, grow the branches. Remember to look at the dristi, that gaze point you've picked out. Soften your shoulders. Open your heart. Feel the moment of being a tree out in this beautiful spring weather. Press that right side hip or thigh into the left foot for better balance along the midline. On your next exhale, hands to heart center. Knee comes out in front. And left foot meets the right. One more balancing pose here is half chair pose. It's a good hip opener as well. We're going to start with Katasana, chair pose. Inhale your arms up. Sit back as if you're sitting into a chair. Tuck your tailbone under. Navel comes to the spine. Inhale, sink a little deeper. On the exhale, bring your arms down to meet your chest. Inhale, we're going to take the right ankle and place it over the left knee, sorry. Sink a little bit deeper if you can here. Find your dristi, or your gaze point to look at. That's non-movement again. On the inhale, bring yourself up and release. Shake that out, and we'll do the left side. Utkatasana, inhale the arms up, chair pose. Biceps are up by your ears. Exhale, sit down into that chair. Tailbone is tucked, arms are straight. Shoulders draw away from the ears. Navel is into the spine. Exhale your hands to heart center. Bring that left ankle up to go over the right knee. Sink back down into your chair. Find your dristi or your gaze point. Remember to tuck your tailbone under. Toes are planted into the earth, giving us more strength. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, left foot meets the right. Shake that out. All right, let's go back to our mat. Let's find ourselves in tabletop to plank. Meet me in down dog or take a vinyasa. From this down dog, we're going to go into pigeon. Inhale the right leg up. Your right knee falls in line behind your right wrist. The right foot comes as close as possible to the left hand. You don't need to force it. Let it go where it naturally falls. Untuck your toes, drop that left leg back, straighten it. Take a look behind you to make sure that it's in line with your hips. Inhale here, little back bend. Exhale, we're going to make a pillow with our forearms for sleeping pigeon. So you can take your left over your right. Your hips are, again, falling onto your mat, or pointing toward your mat. Rest your head on your forearms. Continue to breathe here. This is a very good stretch. You should be feeling this in your hips, your IT band, hamstrings, quads. Take a moment to breathe into this nice, good stretch. On your next inhale, press yourself up. Hands plant firmly in mat. Tuck your left toes under. Shoot your right leg And this is the last call for vinyasa. So let's do it together. Slowly lower yourself to your mat. Open your heart. Baby cobra or upward dog. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, down dog. Inhale that left leg up. We're going to bring the left knee to the left wrist. Again, left foot as close as possible to the right hand. Let it fall natural. Untuck that right leg. Drop that leg. Take a look behind you. Make sure it's in line with your hips. Nice and straight. Inhale a little baby back bend. Exhale. This time, put your left hand down and your right hand on top. And find your way to sleeping pigeon. Relax. Exhale. Let your belly fall into that left knee. Your rib cage can fall into the left knee. Relax your shoulders. For the next inhale, press yourself up. Shoot the left leg to meet the right. And let's find ourselves in tabletop. And then let's take a nice easy position again. We're going to do fire log. Very easy. Take your left leg. Right leg is going to go on top, like you're building a fire. Sit bones are rooted into the ground. Make your spine nice and tall. And you'll feel that stretch again in your glutes and your hip flexors. Breathe into it. Exhale the legs in front of you. Let's windshield wiper that out. Opposite side. Right leg goes down this time. Left leg is over right. And every side is different. Sit bones are rooted into the ground. You may, if you have a lot of space between your knees here, you may want to use a block to help support yourself, or a blanket, a pillow. Okay, remove your prop if you're using one. Again, windshield wiper your legs out. And let's make our way down to our back for a bridge pose. Slowly lower one vertebrae at a time. Bend your knees. We're going to walk, our hands are straight alongside our body. Fingertips are long and pointed. Walk your heels so that they barely touch your fingertips. Knees are in line with the hips. And from here, we're going to lift ourselves up by pointing our knees toward the wall. So on the next inhale, rise. Knees are going toward the wall. Inhale, lift that belly. Press down into the heels so that you're lifting even higher up. Neck is straight. And exhale back down, one vertebrae at a time. Have your knees touched and kind of windshield wiper that out as well. Okay, let's position ourselves. Again, knees are bent, heels are in line with our hips, arms are straight beside us. Walk your heels to barely touch your fingertips. Inhale, push those knees forward, lift that belly up. Press into the mat with your heels. Maybe this time you roll your shoulders under for a shoulder opener. You can clasp your hands underneath you. Roll one shoulder at a time, lifting your chest up. Remember to keep that belly engaged, lifting high toward the ceiling. Breathe here. Exhale, release the bind if you have one. Slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Knees knock together, and let's windshield wiper that out. Now, we're going to do happy baby. Press your tailbone into the mat. Legs come up long, straight. Take them as wide as you feel comfortable. You can grab the outside of your feet or use your peace fingers to wrap around your big toes again. But keep that tailbone planted into the mat. Maybe use your elbows to widen your hips a little bit more. And rock side to side if this is comfortable to you, giving yourself a little back massage from all that work we have done today. Inhale, release the bind, close your legs back together. Give yourself a full good morning stretch. We're going to have a 5-minute savasana. So at this time, make any final movements you need to get into your comfortable savasana position. Legs can go long. You can do savasana in the Vada Konasana, butterfly. Whatever is going to be comfortable for you today in your savasana. Return your breath to your normal breathing. As you lay there, begin to soften the crown of your head. Soften the space between your eyes, your third eye center, where your insight and intuition lie. Soften your eyes into their sockets. Let your jaw soften. Let your tongue fall into your mouth as it relaxes. Relax your neck, your shoulders. Soften deeper into the earth, letting everything go. Feel the cool air over your skin as you relax. You'll hear the sound of my voice to awaken you from your savasana. to awaken yourself, find small movements by wiggling your fingers, your toes. When you're ready, roll onto your favorite side. Lay there in a fetal position using your bicep as a pillow. Slowly come to a comfortable seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you for sharing your wonderful gift of yoga with me today. May you have peace in your heart, peace with your words, peace in your mind. Namaste.